Nigerian youths are asking questions, They're asking the lecturers, they're asking schools, do we still need our certificates to work? If I'm wanting to be successful in life, do I need to be in the four walls of the university? Do I need to pay all that money? And people are asking questions. I have guests also in the house. And guess what, guys? Today, we're going to be talking about certificate or the hustle. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me in the building someone very young, beautiful, and promising in the hustle sphere, shall I say. I've got Hilda in the building. You're a 300 level student.
Yes.
In Babcock University studying mass communication,
correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And now you are here on the show where we'll be asking questions about, do you intend to use your certificate at the end of the day?
Personally, I feel like hustle is the way forward. Hustle is always the way forward.
Okay, but for your hustle, you would agree with me that you also still need formal education. Do you need?
Yes, you do. You do, like the basics, the necessary part. Like, you don't really need to go to the university just to hustle. You can. Secondary school is fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
At least you know basic English and how to communicate and how to calculate so that somebody will not see your money.
Okay. But before we continue, I would love to ask you, what is your hustle? So that we'll understand that, secondary school is fine and then we can hands off so you have the table.
My hustle, okay. I am a mass communication student.
Okay.
But I'm into creative makeup artistry.
Okay.
And then I'm also a cinematography intern, so.
Wow. So how long have you been doing this?
Okay, cinematography is just been 2 months now, and I feel like I'm doing very well and I'm improving. Then makeup artistry, I've been doing it since like way back. It's been more than 5 years.
I would also love to paint a scenario of the typical Igbo man, right? I just want to paint a scenario to help or, maybe buttress your point.
Okay.
Now, the typical Igbo man starts his life very early. He starts doing something like an internship with his boss or guy, as they call it.
Yeah.
And then he's given a couple of years. And then after 15, 20 years, maybe, as the agreement might be, then he's freed. And now he can start the hustle.
Yeah.
That formula for me is something that drives an economy, as many economists have also discussed. It's something that drives the economy. Do you think that is something that other people should look into? Do you think that formula is something that maybe, and I know Igbo people do this a lot. I'm not trying to be, but I know Igbo people do that a lot. Do you think it's something that the country should look into as regards just owning your hustle earlier in life, so that, when you have done these things for a couple of years, then you can say, okay, now I know how to sell tires, or I know how to trade in certain space, and now I can go back to school.
So when you check Igbo people very well, these people you're talking about, because I was born and bred in the East, so I know it very well.
Chop.
So hustle. Can I speak pidgin English?
Please, but you explain to us.
Hustle, they always pay.
Hustle, they always pay.
Yeah, because when you are unless you're not hardworking.
Okay.
Now, imagine, you're an intern and you're learning a particular trade or business and stuff, and you're always stealing or doing, your guy will chase you, and hustle not go pay you. But the serious ones, 15 years, 20 years, the guy will settle them with money, and then they start up their own business and train other people. And it goes from there. Check out. Main market on Onitsha is the largest in West Africa, and it's still growing.
I like that.
You get? So, yeah.
So would you say, people should take up that, that style?
You people should learn. Igbos have sense. You guys should learn. But no.
My name is Venita, and I'm calling from Abeokuta.
Oh, Venita from Abeokuta. It's good to have you on the show. How are you feeling today?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Baby. I like that your guest. She's talking the truth.
Okay.
Because there's no money. There's no money in
okay. So
and everybody is graduating, and we do NYSC to collect minimum wage. After we now do NYSC to do minimum wage, the money, they will not train us very well to be independent and an entrepreneurship. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we don't have the facilities to be entrepreneurship in Nigeria. Do you understand? So if we're going to school by force fire. My mom is coaching, my dad is coaching me to coach. There's nothing we can do with our certificate.
Interesting. Now she's just talking about the fact that she's got her own hustle going on.
Yeah.
She doesn't need certificate. I mean, she dropped out and she doesn't need her certificate to do anything. All right. Some of our guests also promised to join us live online. We have Dr. Francis. He's a graduate of University of Ibadan, also a lecturer as well in the media department. Good to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Do we need our certificates to be successful? Is the certificate or the hustle? People are beginning to go with their hustle these days. Are you still there, sir?
Well, because of where I'm coming from, we need the certificate to succeed in life.
Okay.
We need it.
Okay.
That's the experience I've had. As young as I am, that's the experience I've had. I'm not saying that, I'm not speaking in absolute terms. I'm only saying that your certificate helps you, it gives you some mobility.
Okay.
Especially our clients, it gives you some mobility where your hustle cannot take you to. Some corridors your hustle cannot take you to, your certificate can take you there. It's like a 22-year-old girl who's a medical doctor. The doors that certificate in medicine can open for her, a child who doesn't have the certificate might not be able to get there. Talent, I won't mean by certification. So in the street sense of in Nigeria, when they say you hustle, that means you just follow one pathway and try to do things that you think can give you some quick money, some quick fix. Quick fix success. But if your talent makes way for you, how many percent is that? What's the percentage of that? There are tens of thousands of Nigerian footballers playing football in different parts of the world. But those who are actually very rich are very, very minute. Very, very minute. If you play in the big leagues in Europe, especially Europe, even those who play in America don't earn a lot, and those who play in backwater leagues in Asia don't earn a lot of money.
For me, I think that young graduates. Back then, even when I was in school, we were told that if you are able to graduate with 2-1 or first class, you are likely to get a good job, high-paying job. So it's not that there are opportunities out there, even though it is very competitive. Most of the graduate training jobs pay between 250,000 to 300,000 naira per month, but it's highly competitive, and most times it's always for second class, upper division, first class. You hardly see second class lower. So that is highly competitive, and most of the graduates we have nowadays, about 60-70% of them graduate with second class lower, which makes it a big challenge for them to get this high paying job. However, we have some jobs that are not paying so well, from 70,000 to about 220,000 naira. But because of this perception, because of this thing they have in mind that once I graduate from school, I'll be able to get high-paying jobs. But when you get into the labor market, you realize that it's not what you thought, actually. So there are jobs out there. As a recruitment, officer that I have with my current organization, we get requests from clients almost every single day for different job roles. But main challenge is that what they are offering is relatively low, especially when transportation fare is on the high side before they get to work, before they go back home. And about 70 to 80% of the job you see now, especially in Lagos, is on the island.
Society makes it kind of difficult for you to convince anybody to stay in school because they see people who have been in school, who are done with school, who do not have jobs that pay them good enough, and some who don't have jobs at all. But the thing about it is there's something that education is definitely going to do for you, all right? And that's why I would encourage anyone who is planning on dropping out of school to just finish. The hustle is good because, yes, it's good to hustle. The economy is not friendly. There are no jobs. So sometimes when you hustle, definitely you can make a lot of money. But education gives you a level of exposure that will even help you in your hustle. All right. So for people like Hilda, right, who is already an entrepreneur. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So I said for people like Hilda and other young, people who are entrepreneurs and who make a lot of money from their skill, when they actually follow through and finish with school, it would help them in their businesses. So the perspective that what am I even doing in school? I'm not going to get a job at the end of school and all of that. Well, that is there, but you're going to gain a certain level of exposure that is going to help you in your business.
Sadly, we can't take any more questions, but this has been an insightful one. I surely enjoyed myself and a bit of education right there. Thanks so much, Hilda, for joining us. That's much we can take on Off Script today. Please do follow us on all our social media platforms. I'm DG Mercury. I hope and I pray that someday people will chase helping others rather than power. I look forward to a day when the power of love will supersede the love for power. I love you. Share the love. Make the world a better place.